I have it's 3:30. I got tennis practice with my boys here in about an hour and a half, so I apologize for that.
No worries, man. That's whatever time we need to get this done. I'm here.
All right, sounds good, man. So cool. So hey, man. So first of all, I know that you're like the LinkedIn and Instagram guy, and so I'm excited for you to really figure out how to use that. My thoughts on really trying to use Instagram. When we get to that point is really, since TRAQ is a local Kansas City company, but also I guess technically in New Jersey as well, since Garrett's company's going to merge with TRAQ here. And then we have an office in DC as well, but really just, really finding event managers that are getting awards in certain cities and talk about them, I guess. I mean, even though we don't know them, we can just kind of talk about the strategies they're doing, certain things, and then, they can see, hey, what's this company TRAQ? They're talking about me and they follow us, and then maybe that person have a huge following as well. It might be a marketing manager at IBM or something. I'm not sure what's your success or strategies in doing that.
Yeah, I mean, I did it for a past client, but I wouldn't say it was a quote unquote success. We did got some traction. It's honestly the game is it's based in continuous improvement, research and development. But yeah, just starting, man. So I mean, we'll do our best.
I hear you. So just I guess what are your thoughts so far? Working with us and we're going to the different. I'm just curious to know your thoughts and where you think we can progress right now.
What we can progress right now?
Well, no, I'm just saying, what are your thoughts as far as, I know you're doing 90 days. But I'm just curious, so far, what do you think, TRAQ so far? We're organized, not organized, we need this. I know we need a lot of steps, but I'm just curious of your perspective right now.
About the overall workflow or about what exactly?
Well, I guess overall workflow of the company as it is, I know it's kind of a big or broad question, but I'm just curious, man. That's it. And what we say is between you and I. I just want to have a good, close working relationship with you, man.
Sure.
So, if I have anything, if I have any problems, I go to you first. You know what I mean? I'll talk to you about it, and then if we have something, we'll go to someone else. But just letting you know, that's how I work, and hopefully, past 90 days, we can have an ongoing working relationship and all make some great money with TRAQ, because I really think that the software can really take off to where it needs to take off.
Yeah, me too. I wouldn't join if I don't see any potential in the actual product. But being completely honest, well, first of all, thank you for your approach. I love to create strong relationships with the team. But as of right now, the first thing that comes to mind is that so when it comes to, in my experience, when it comes to building products, software products, there's like a standard platforms and standard ways, processes to get it done. And where I come from, Gigster, we pretty much just stick to what works, stick to standards. And so I've seen how hard it's been for Garrett to get the team together on phone calls and things like that, and that worries me a little bit. But I guess he's doing a bunch of things and taking care of a lot of things. So I guess that's the main reason I'm here, to create a workflow and a workspace for everybody to communicate and collaborate. That will be in terms of the workspace. I haven't seen a lot. I've been around 2 days, so there's that. And then in terms of the products, well, I'm yet to test it out. I wanna go through the whole platform and come up with a QA report, if you will. And then maybe I can give you a better answer. But as in right now, there's plenty of work to get done in house and for the products. So I can't give you specifics, but because I don't have them. But yeah, man, like for sure, there's plenty of cultural things to get done and organizational things to get done.
Yeah, yeah, no, I hear you. So, okay, well, let me show you my screen here.
Yeah.
So, have you gone into? Did you say have you gone into the TRAQ platform at all so far?
Garrett did a demo with me, but I haven't played with it.
Okay, and you did a demo of the new one or the old one?
Gosh, I don't know.
Okay, all right, cool. I'm just going to go into the older one right now.
Yeah.
And so, just to give you a little background.
Mm-hmm.
Rasul and Scott, and Rasul is my father, and then Scott is a close working partner with my father. They've been, partnering on software companies for years. They've been pretty successful. And so TRAQ was a company that was brought to them back in 2013, and they decided to purchase it. And really decided to purchase it was for the customers that we had, the customers that came with it, like big customers, like Beiersdorf. Beiersdorf is the maker of Eucerin, that, and Aquaphor.
No, I don't know that. No.
So yeah, they're a big biotech company, $1 billion company. Caterpillar. There are a lot of big companies that left, but we have companies that have now stayed with TRAQ and have stayed with us for the long run, and it's pretty cool. But we know that our price is low, and so we know that a lot of customers stayed with us because our price is kind of low compared to the others. But we took on other directions instead of updating the software, where we worked with a company called Active Inc. and partnered with Beiersdorf. So Beiersdorf was a company that came with the software TRAQ. They were paying literally about $1,200 a year, really nothing. Mm-hmm. And so I partnered with them to partner on their trade shows. So we built a lead retrieval system that would scan the doctors at the trade show booth, because they were having an issue with doctors coming into their trade show booth, 3-4 times, and they bought like a $200 bag, to give to each doctor. And they would run out, and they'd be like, "Oh man, we still have 400 doctors to see, and we have no more bags," because doctors would come in and out, and literally do that to just get bags. And so, I'm sorry, hold on real quick, it's my wife.
Yeah.
Hey, babe. Hey, babe. Aisha. Hey, Aisha, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Hey, I'm on a call with Carlos right now. Okay. So I'll probably be on here for another at least an hour. Can we just meet at the tennis court, and I'll just meet you at the tennis court with the boys?
At 6?
Yeah. Is that okay? Hey, thanks. All right. Hey, sorry about that.
No.
So, are you married at all?
Say that again.
Are you married at all?
No.
No. Okay. All right. Well, and so that's what we did. We partnered with a company called Active Inc., and we built a lead retrieval system that would scan the doctor's names, and they would come into the trade show booth and would say, "Hey, doctor, you already came to the trade show booth, but here's what you need to talk to the doctor about." And so we built a really nice kind of CRM system that was built into the lead retrieval system, and we started to make some good money go that way. And then falling out with Active Inc. and Scott and Rasul, and we did that for 3.5 years, and it just didn't work out. So we didn't spend the money to update the system. We were just working with customers to do custom solutions and software, and which we made some pretty good money with. But now we're back to TRAQ, and we didn't spend that money on updating the software. So we should have done that 3-4 years ago. But now we're here, and so that's why it's taken so long. And so that's I don't know if you got that background or not.
Yeah, I got that.
All right. So anyways, let's get in. So this is the older software. The older software, this is not compatible with, Chrome. It's not compatible with Internet Explorer unless you do a workaround, which kind of sucks, right? And so really the only way to get on the software was to get onto a desktop, right? So what you're looking at is the software of TRAQ. And what this is this is the administrator view, okay?
Yep.
All right. So the administrator view, when I come in, and so we'll put it like this. The big difference between all the other softwares, the event management softwares, and TRAQ is exclusively for event managers that are managing trade shows within their company, right? So I'm with IBM, I'm the marketing manager, and my job is to manage the 100 trade shows that IBM is going to do, because, with 100 trade shows, we might spend, $30 million, you know what I mean? Because one trade show might be $5 million because we have a sponsorship with this company. We have a big trade show booth that costs $30,000. We're sending 50 reps to the conference where there's airline, there's hotel, there's room, there's food, there's all of that, right? So you're managing all of that within the company, which is usually a huge budget. It's usually in the marketing budget. So that's what TRAQ is exclusively for, is to manage the trade shows and the expenses within your own company, where CVent, those other ones are really doing registration. So I'm an attendee. I register for a conference. I'm a company like IBM. I'm going to do a booth at this conference. So I register and I book booth 356. And I am paying this much for the booth. And so that's what CVent does. CVent manages the registrations, the meeting sessions you might attend if you're an attendee, the whole registration process that you go through when you do trade shows. So that's really the difference between TRAQ. We're strictly exhibitor based within your company. Does that make sense?
That makes sense. Yeah. Quick question, Omar. You correct me if I'm wrong, but you sell TRAQ? You're sales rep for TRAQ, or do you do something else?
No, I am sales for TRAQ, and so currently, right now, I haven't been selling TRAQ in a while, just because we haven't had it updated and we haven't had the new software. So, I can go in and sell the older version, the older software, but I was losing more customers than I wanted to lose, because they would see this version, right, and look at the different things that were out there, and so I really wanted to wait until we have the updated version, which we almost do, and so I'm excited to really get out there. And actually, I was really, last week was the first time I started calling, and I was able to close a customer.
Whoa,
really
so cool, man. So, and how much is that contract? Like another 1,200?
Yeah, it's actually, so there's probably going to be a custom report. The custom report, I asked Scott right now to see what that would be. That might be, $800, $1,000. But the license itself was $900. It was just one license, $75 a month per user. And so there's one right now, and really she is the trade show, manager within the whole company. And so she will probably start, using it with other trade show employees within the company. But right now, it's just using it for herself. So
that's
can I answer your question?
Yeah, man, that's awesome, man. I enjoy doing sales, so I'm just assuming we'll be working together, right?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Absolutely. Really, Carlos, when you look at this system, when you look at TRAQ, we don't have to have, I would love to have 50%, 70%, 80%, but when you look at even, 0.6% of the market that we can get, we can end up still making, per month for, residual income, that would be well over, $5 million a year, or $5 million, you know what I mean? So it's just, there's so much business out there, and the cool thing is, we can go after every industry.
Yeah.
You tell me what industry, what company does not do trade shows and marketing events for their company?
Mm-hmm.
None. You have to, because that's how you get in front of the customers. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So this is what's awesome. So when you're coming in and looking at this right now, this is the reminders tab. I'm an administrator. I get in. I can see what's going on as far as what's going on in my events. I see that the Exhibitor Live 2018 show looks like I still have to book hotel rooms. Looks like Omar is the person that needs to handle that. There's a reminder due date. So basically, I just kept this in here. This is just telling me these haven't been done yet, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
And you can get in and look at that. And so you can see your payment reminders. Payment reminders, why is that important? That's why we say, how TRAQ can save you money. Let's say you're doing a trade show that begins November 28th, right? And then on the trade show registration, it says, hey, if you book a booth by October 1st, well, you're going to save $700 for your trade show booth. So that's something that the administrator will probably put in, reminder type, $700 off if you book our registration booth by October 1st. So, those type of payment reminders, you would want to see, and that's what TRAQ really manages for you. And so what you're looking at is the dashboard of when you come in and what you're supposed to see. But again, it gives you reminders, gives you payment reminders, to-dos, but really we need to give you more. And so that's where this comes in play, right? So when we go to the TRAQ website, let me just get off. We'll go to the TRAQ website. We go to the TRAQ website and look at the product. Now this is where we get into dashboards. So now instead of coming into TRAQ and looking at this, gives you my payment reminders, my to-do reminders. Now what I wanted to give is this, number of staff. So that's what we're trying to understand. What does that event administrator need to see? Number of staff who maybe haven't viewed their itinerary report, what's your budget used, the income, outstanding invoices that you have, your last activity, all these reminders here that are going to replace this. And so that's what we're working on the dashboard. So this right here is being replaced with this. Okay?
Got it.
All right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So now when I get into TRAQ, I'm looking at the event info. You get into the event info. Now I can see all the shows that I'm doing within the company, right? So I can say, okay, here are all my shows that I'm doing within the company, and I can click on that show. So I can click, and this is my demo account. This is just a bunch of shit information.
Yeah.
Right? So, I can manage filters. I can make a filter. Let me see. I can say, I'm going to say, I want to see trade shows. Let's create a new one. Let's just create a new one. Let's just say Carlos shows. Then we say organization. I want to see it with general company. Start date needs to be, let's say start date needs to be 5. End date needs to be, but so basically what this is going to say is, this is going to say, let's just put save filter. All right. So I'm going to go back to the event info. And now when I click on filter, click on Carlos shows, let's see if there's okay, there's none. So basically they're saying I want to see these shows, and I want it to be the metro area of this, So those are our filters. It's really just how our customers can archive their data so they don't have to pull this up, because if you pull this up, sometimes it might have, if you have no filter on it, obviously if you're within TRAQ and you've been here 5 years, well, then it's going to have 100 million shows on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we just got to, that's right here. We need to find a better way to filter and do those things. So those are the new things that, when you look at and say, okay, how does that work? What's the best way to have our customers filter the data so they don't, those are new things that we're adding. But so this is what you're seeing, the older system, right? So again, you can see Kansas Education Show, where is it going to be at, the facility ID, the address, the city, the website. If you want to click on it, it'll bring you to the website information, the event ID. Some of this information is relevant, some of it's not. And customers say, okay, well, what is my event ID? Well, really it can be whatever you want. I mean, if you're maybe you have a budget ID that you want to associate to this trade show or something, really whatever you want. So that's why when we look at going to the new system, all this stuff has to be customized, right? This is all static, right? So what happens what is my event ID? I want to put something else there. So that's why with the new system, it's going to be awesome to allow you to customize all these static areas, versus having something up in the air. It makes sense?
Yeah.
That's one of the things TRAQ it does that, customers like, but it's like, okay, well, what is this? What do I put in there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's why it's your show, The information is only relevant to you, so whatever makes sense, you want to leave it blank,
Yeah.
So I'm looking at my event. I'm going into looking at the booth information. So basically this is, okay, well, I have booth 134, right? And so now this helps you track all the inventory that you're bringing to the show. So I got booth 134. We're bringing black carpet. We're bringing a 19-inch monitor, our LED projector. Our show, we're bringing a Skyline 10 by 10 booth. Basically, this is probably what we store our black carpet in. And so I can see that, it's location Regency Ballroom. I can put my notes here, to about the booth. But also here, now I'm managing events inside the events, right? So I know that, again, in this event, the Kansas Education Show, well, now when I look at booth information, well, now I'm able to manage, okay, I know we have booth 134 located in the Regency Ballroom. Okay, at the Kansas Education Show, we're also doing a customer golf event. Okay, cool. I see that's at the Roswell Golf Club, and we bring in any inventory that needs to go there. Okay, 50-inch screen graphics display that's going strictly to the golf event. Meeting room A, it looks like we might have a meeting room with the customer. Okay, here's what needs to be shipped there. So, meeting room A, same thing, meeting room B. So it allows you to manage all the different events that you have going on within your meeting, right?
Yeah.
So, and this is other things you want to look at. It says booth information. Well, we probably need to change it to say, activity information or something, because, look, when I want to create a new booth or activity, well, it's going in, what's your booth number or activity? Okay. Well, type of booth. Well, now I got to say, if I want to say it's at, we're doing a customer appreciation event, and booth type, well, it's not really a booth. Technically, it's an activity, right? And configuration, well, breakfast meeting, what is it? Line, large table. This is if you're doing a booth, but we're going to do it, and we're going to say it's at outside the booth, right? And so these are the things that we need to change too, because why can't me as a customer get in here and maybe change this information or whatever I want to say? Why is this in here like this? Well, I'll show you that here in a second. I can say location, Paul's Steakhouse. This doesn't mean anything, right? Size, because that's the size of your booth. Is it a 10 by 10 booth, 20 by 10, 20 by 20 booth, 30 by 30? Well, why is this in here? Because I chose a customer appreciation event. It's outside of the booth. We're not doing a booth. So, when you customize, this needs to be gone. You need to be able to put, what is the total cost? That might be relevant. In-house contact, on-site contact, who do you need to contact? All stuff could probably be customized. It's there, it's static, and you don't have to put it, you just have to keep this information.
Yep.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Steakhouse on Raymond Road. Next door to hotel. So why is this information comments? Because you'll see in the report, the reps who are attending the meeting, they're going to get some of this information. So when you put it in the comments, they can see that information. Okay. My to-do schedule. we need to kind of change this a little bit. Or I'm sorry, this is the to-do. This is basically, what needs to go on at the event. The to-dos that are going on. And so I can add a to-do. So here I can choose these. These are all static, but I can choose them and I can still change it. I can say, order suits for reps. So then you put who the owner is. It's going to email that person. Email to do. I can set a reminder date. Reminder date needs to be 5th. And let's just make it. What's the date today? Today's the 5th. Is that right? It's September. It's September. My God.
It's the 3rd September.
Yeah. God, I can't believe it's September. And so this needs to be, be able to do this a lot faster. So you're kind of seeing the gist when you're going through the pain points, how we can make this better.
Of course.
Yeah. So let me see right here. And so right here, why does this say 1502, negative 1502? Well, it says negative 1502 because it's basically saying you can click this out and put 1502 in the number and it says, hey, send me a reminder date or this needs to be done 1,500 days after the show. Basically, that's what that means. And some people do that. They'll send themselves a reminder, 100 days after the show because now they need to know, I can put 1,500 days after the show. Let's just say, send thank you letter. You know what I mean? Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now send me a thank you letter. Let's see. Was that sent to my email? Nope, right. So we can make the emails better. But here you see it was sent right to my email. It gives the person a reminder. Whoever you select to that event or to the to do when I chose them, like here, they'll send that person that email directly. And that's the other problem with this too. We can't select multiple people. Only one person per to do, which is sometimes not relevant because 3 people are getting tied to one event. So in order to do that, I got to create another one. I got to copy this one and create another one, which I shouldn't have to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Scheduling. When I go to scheduling, now it's saying, remember, in my booth, I had all these different events, booth 134, customer appreciation event, customer golf event. And now scheduling allows me to schedule each one. So now with booth 134, I see that there's set up this day, it's the awards luncheon, within the booth, customer appreciation event. I see, right now it wants me to set up an event. It wants me to set something up. And so sometimes it takes a while for customers to go through this with the schedule. Sometimes they want to upload a schedule or something so it has all that information right away. Because here, I'll show you. If I did appreciation event, which I created, I got to go in and set the schedule. Watch this. So I'll set the schedule for customer appreciation event. I don't want to call it that. I want to call it something else. I'll call it rewards ceremony. Begins something, I don't know. Start time. Let's say it's 7 p.m. See that I'm going through this, I'm clicking this stuff. It should be live.
Yeah, it's a lot of clicks.
Yeah. So, hey, just to let you know, I'm talking to this like you, but with customers, I'm making sure when I am.
I get it, man. Trust me, I get it.
All right, cool. So now I'm going here. Okay, good. Customer appreciation. Okay, well, all right, from 7 to 10. All right, great. Now, what if I want to add something else in here from 10 to 11 or 10 to 10:30? I got to go in and add that again,
Yeah.
Or I should to create a quick, quick activity schedule for this if I want. So, but, it's what it is right now. And then a customer golf event, and I can see, each one and the activities and what's going on with each one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Staffing. So this is crucial with staffing. This means that who is going to the event, and so we have a personal view that's on the other end that allows reps to see everything that they're staffed to. So, for instance, for this show, the KCET, let's see, these are the people that are staffed to this event here. If I go to the KCET show, looks like these people are staffed to this event. Let's go somewhere where it has less people. There's no one staffed to this event right here. So I want to staff someone to this event so they can see this event. We'll all staff for Sewell. Staff, and I can put his function. What is he? Marketing manager, is he a sales rep, speaker, what is he doing? And so now he's staffed to this event. So now when you go through and see the events, you can see who's staffed to what. This person, there's no one being staffed to this event right now.
Yeah.
So this allows you to keep track of who's going to the event and who can see the information. So right now, Omar and Damien, they're going to be the only ones who are going to be able to log in to their personal view and see the show. So I'll show you that. So let me switch browser. So I have to keep on going back and forth. Can you follow me so far, man? Am I moving too fast?
No, you're perfect, man.
Awesome. All right. All right, so now I'm showing you what it looks like for the rep when they get into the event. As you see, it looks a little bit different than what you're looking at here, right?
Yeah.
So here, this is a rep. I get in. This is what I'm seeing. So I'm Chris Dean. I can get in to see all my events I'm connected to, the upcoming events that I'm connected to. Okay, it looks like there's no upcoming events I'm connected to, but I can get in and see all the events. Okay, I can see all the events I'm connected to. And so the only way to get connected to these events is by being staffed right here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So if I go here and staff Chris Dean, see right here, I want to staff Chris Dean, I'm at add personnel. Oops. So that's the thing, I even got confused with that. I'm going to add new personnel. I didn't want to add new personnel. I wanted to add here. Add here, and then now I can find Chris Dean. I'm going to add him to the event. So I'm going to finish. And so now when I get back and look at Chris Dean, he should not have connected to the Food Service National Conference, right? So let's get in and see he's now in the Food Service National Conference.
Maybe you refresh the page. Yeah.
Yep, I refresh it. And now it's right here.
Yeah.
National Service Conference I'm connected to.
Yeah.
So now I can see the itinerary. I can see, I can print out my report and look at the report for the whole event. And so we have a lot of customers that have this customized to what they want to see. Like we have certain reports that they want to keep. And so we customize that information into the format they want to see. So as you can see here, here's a report I can pull up as a rep, and I can see what's going on in real time. And I don't have to call the administrator all the time and email her, hey, what's my event schedule? Where am I staying? Who's my roommate? And all that stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So that's what this is what we call a personal view or personal looks like. Now also, when you do meetings, it allows you to schedule meeting rooms as well. So when I'm here and here and I'm doing my booth and I'm scheduling a meeting room, Was that the exhibitor show? So, exhibitor live. There we go. So right here, I'm sorry, man. I thought that was it. But anyways, and so basically, the kids education show, it allows me to look at the meeting room. So I have meeting room A, meeting room B, meeting room D, and now if Chris Dean is scheduled for this, it allows him to be scheduled for that. So now, if I'm Chris Dean, I can go into my events, and I can look at the Kansas Education Show. And when I look in meeting rooms, I can schedule a meeting with whoever. I can see the meeting rooms are between 724, 725, 726. And we have 2 meeting rooms or 3 meeting rooms. But here's what I want to do. I want to add a meeting to 724. So I might have it with the customer. So I'm going to go in, look at it and schedule it. Let's say I'm going to go from 8 to 9. And subjects, projects, project update, details, prepared or custom, special request, whatever. You can upload a file. Here's where I can add. Sometimes it mixes up, so I wanted to add someone. Well, this is a problem with the system sometimes, because now what we're trying to do with the new system is that if there's an error at all, there's no way that you should get all that shit, right? There's no way. You should get something that says, hey, you clicked the wrong button that does this, so please do this. You know what I mean? So there's no way that we should get that. So that's an issue with the system sometimes. All right? So I can put the attendees who's coming to the meeting. And so the only problem is that this is only letting you put in inside attendees. And so it's not letting me. It's telling me at least one person must attend. And so, all right, I added no more. There we go. So Christine, added Christine. And so now I added them, I can save now. And so now it shows my customer meeting here. Here. So now, makes sense? Right now my customer meeting is right here.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. Right here it is, right here. And I can click here to see the details. Looks like Chris and Omar are attending. And that's our customer meeting. Well, that needs to be much better. You know, look and feel needs to be better, but it's pretty cool that it allows the reps to schedule meetings, though, with different customers or different people within their company. So we just need to make that a little better. You can see the attachments that the person attaches to the show. So if I'm the administrator, I'm attaching something to the education show. I attach this. I say, you know what? I don't want anyone to see this. So when we get in this, I'm not going to publish to the personal view. Because I don't want the reps to see this. So I don't want them to see that at all. Now, when I get back and Chris Dean, and now I don't have anything here. All right? So you can push the attachments, different information, so the reps can see that, okay? Does that make sense? This view versus this view?
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay, cool. So I'm just going to stick to the administrator side right now. So now you see what the staffing I can get in as an administrator and keep track of all this information as far as who's going to the show. Because it might be important because you might do the same. You're going to do the same show next year. You want to see if Josh Baldwin, he's head of marketing and he's doing really well right now. Well, you ask him, hey Josh, we're doing the Kansas Education Show. I see you attended it last year. What are your thoughts? You think we should do it this year again? Do you think it was worth the time? Things like that. You know what I mean? That's why all this information is valuable. And so right now you have a lot of companies that are just keeping track on email, Microsoft Word, Excel spreadsheet. But hey, what happens if you want to find information quickly on a show that you attended 3 years ago? How do you do that? What's the process? How do you do that easily? So that's why TRAQ It is valuable, especially when you have companies that are doing, again, 20, 30, 40 shows in a year, and their budget is over $5 million for this. That's a lot. It's a lot of money to spend within the company on trade shows and conferences. And you have to be efficient. What's your ROI? Are you getting your money back for it? Was it not worth the money? How do you know that? So that's where we want to get tracking. But that's, again, why would I keep my trade shows and conferences within TRAQ It? What's the reason? And, really, that's the reason. Budget allows you to control your budget within the show. So the Kansas Education Show, I see here that we spent 107% over our $3,000. And what was that? Our balance due, it looks like we still have $180 due. We can do an estimated amount, an actual amount. So we've actually spent $3,230. Our budget was only $1,980. Okay, budget amount. So here it allows you to put a budgeted amount if you like, but it allows you to actually put in actuals as well. Okay, so I can always do this too. Let's say our budget $5,000. Update that. Well, it looks like we're going to spend 64% of our budget. And you might want to ask me, okay, what does this mean here? Balance due. It says balance due. It looks like $180 for deed retrieval. What does that mean? Does that mean that we can pay our bills inside of TRAQ It? That's where we want to go. But here's what it means now. So if I go through and do an expense for Kansas Education Show and I do a new expense, and I'm going to do it for furniture. We need furniture at the trade show, and it's for our booth or trade show furniture. And you can put your PO number if you want. Amount, say the amount is $320. All right, and you can do it here. You can put your balance due. What do you owe? Your balance due date, reminder date. All that. You want to come in, deposit. You put a deposit down. What was the deposit? When's the deposit due? You can keep track of your vendor. Who did we pay? Maybe it was the general service contractor. What general service contractor was that? You can add a new one, or I'm going to say it was Travel Incorporated, right? And so I'm going to pay now, or I can save it, right? Let's just save it and see what happens. I save it. Now I'm going to go back to my budget. And now it looks like my balance due is $500. Why is it $500? Why do I owe $500? Okay, it looks like I owe $320, and I owe $180. Well, why is that? Well, now when I look at and go back to my expenses, and I'm going to pull up Travel Incorporated, electricity. I didn't know I did electricity. Thought I did booth space. There we go. I was wondering why I was over there. So now when I'm paid now, well, does it mean it connects to other software to help you pay it right there on the spot? Again, we want to go that direction, but this helps you keep a ledger of it. So let's say I'm going to pay this now, and I'm going to pay out cash, check, credit card, purchase order, what? Well, let's just say I'm going to do credit card. On credit card, I'm going to pay $300 of it, of the total $320 balance. Pay $20 and you get on when reps get on site, something like that. You save it. Now, if I want to run a report and says, hey, when did I make a payment on this? It's going to let me know, hey, your date pay was September 3rd, 2019, we paid $300. And so I can do a print check request. We had a customer that did this, so we just have it in here. And so what this means is that this allows you to, do a hurry up check purchase order request to the purchasing department, so they can keep track of what you paid, what they need to pay. That makes sense. And then I can just return back to this. And so now I go back to budget. You see here, I only owe $200 because I just paid that $300 for the lead retrieval. So it just keeps track of how much you owe, what you haven't paid, your actual amounts. So it's all connected to the expense report. Make sense?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Shipping. So this is just basically a ledger of your shipping process, right? So basically this is saying that, hey, you have a 19-inch LCD monitor, lapel microphone, a 50-inch screen graphic display that's going to the event. Well, you need to ship this. Well, does it connect to other software? Not yet. That's where you want to go, right? This just keeps a ledger of to make sure that you're shipping your stuff correctly, because that's where TRAQ comes in handy too. Because if some of these big shows, you ship, the 19-inch monitor there, and the show starts tomorrow. Well, I got to overnight it, and it's 100 pounds. Well, it's going to cost me $900. Versus if I ship it today and it gets there in 3 months, it's only going to cost me, $70. And so that's where, hey, you just paid a late fee, or you just paid an overnight fee of shipping your LCD monitor overnight to the show, and it cost you $900. That's what one TRAQ license cost you for 1 year. So that's where we can come in and save you money.
Yeah.
So I go in. I'm going to go into Needs Container. I'm going to make my containers. So I know that. So I have here my containers here. I have a show container and a sky container too. You know what? I'm going to add these all to. I'm going to add these to the container. Oops. Here. So I know that, we have a Skyline container that's going. And what this means is some companies have their own personalized containers. And so that, hey, container 2 has these things in it. So when it ships, that the monitor's in it, the carpet's in it, the other piece of carpet and the 50-inch screen are in it as well. Right? So that's what that means. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Need address. So it's just taking you through the process. I entered in the container. Now I need to enter an address for the container. What does that mean? Well, I need to assign an address for it. So it's going to and where's it going? Kansas Education Show. It's going to booth 134. I need it not to arrive before 23rd. Between, you can put the times if you want. And we're next. Okay. And then I'm going to do a round trip. Yep. Save it. Here's where it's coming from. And now I need a carrier. All right. I put the address. What's the carrier now? So it just takes you through the process so you know the shipping process for everything that's going to the show. That makes sense. Need further explanation on that? The shipping is more confusing than anything, but we're trying to correct it to make it more intuitive. What are your thoughts?
No, man. I got it. I was muted.
All right, cool.
Thank you.
All right. Oh, yep, no problem.
But
so
yeah,
now
indeed
that does is the shipping process. Again, it just takes you through. Oh, okay. Hey, everything that's going to the Kansas Education Show, it looks like I have the Skyline Container 2 shipped, but now with this, I need to the show container pick list. We need to add a carrier to that. We need to make sure that's being shipped as well. So that's what that shipping process looks like. The notes. The notes are notes that I can read for myself, my event notes that just go to me, or the note card info. So right here, this is what's going to show up on the report that prints to the reps, right? So if I do a new one, I'm going to say, let's see, this is taking a while for the notes. Okay. So I'm going to do a note. I'm going to do competitor competitor watch. Please. All right. And that, so that note card is in here. And so again, I'm going to put let's just put that attachment. Let's make this attachment available so my reps can see. And please fill out at the end of the show and send to. Mhm. Okay. So now I'm going to go in as Christine, because all my information, because we have a lot of administrators that say, hey, well, I don't want anyone to get into this because I don't want them to see my budget or my expenses or other stuff or whatever. No. They're just seeing the relevant information for the show. So all that information you put in here, they're only seeing the relevant information as they need for the show. Okay, what does that look like? It looks like this, Mr. Customer. Okay, we go to the Kansas Education Show, and you can see my itinerary. See my itinerary for the show, everything that's going. Now I'm going to print my report. I'm going to print my what's on my here. Okay, there you go. Just going to print out my report and see all the information as it relates to the show, Mr. Customer, Mrs. Customer. So again, they're not seeing your expenses; they're seeing your personal schedule. The meeting you're made, start time 1 a.m. to 1:30. Who's going? Meeting subject, lodging information. Looks like you're staying at the hotel. My roommate's Christine, number of nights. Transportation, we got a taxi service picking them up. They can see this. This is only relevant to Christine, personal itinerary information. So everything else is across the board. So not personal schedule, but event information, everyone sees that. The personal schedule, only Christine sees this information. This is relevant to him. No cards information, everybody on the event sees the no card information. Right here, but because we're blocked, please, when talking to customers, please do not talk about when products coming. I can see all that information.
Nice.
Okay. So again, we have a lot of customers that want to format it in the format they want to see. What makes sense to them, what's relevant to them. So the new customer that we have, Scott and Pat are looking at the report, and this is what she wants here. So this is what she wants to be. So when she puts information in TRAQ it, she wants to see this information be printed out in the report to all her reps. It's in this format, in this detail.
Yep.
Right. Okay. So that would take this. This is our standard report now. This is what everyone sees. And again, it needs to be, even if we're not going to customize this for everyone, we need to come up with a better report, better looking report, for our customers. But our customers like it, but we still need to have a better report. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll get to the administrator side again. So metrics, we're going to have so much better right now. This is just saying, how many hot leads, how many warm leads did you have, and basically just says, okay, your show it takes your expenses or your budget, takes your budget and says, hey, you spent $3,550 at the show. Well, you had these many leads. How much was it cost per lead? Well, what does that really mean? Did I have 400 good leads, or did I have 2 good leads? Did I have 5 good leads? And those 5 good leads turn out to be maybe a customer dinner with that customer, so we spent another $800. What does that mean to me? So when you look at this is what we need to update too for the metrics to get a lot better for their ROI. Okay.
Yeah.
So, so that's what the administrator sees, and you see it's good information that they can keep track of when they go through it. And so here are the different reports that they can run. Events budget. What do they want to see? Event overview. What information do they want to see? What kind of report? We have so many different reports available for the customers to see. But we don't have custom reports, and that's where we want to continue to make them more robust, more custom. But they're all here in a certain way,
Yeah.
So I can say, what's my lodging report for, event date range from Friday 2017 to today. And how do we do that? Sometimes our customers get confused. Well, I do check all. Well, if I check all, it's only going to give me my information on these date ranges right here. Even I put up these shows. So these are only shows that it's giving me information from
here.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So that this is the new design. So I give you all that. That's the older version. That's the version our customers are using right now. So this is the new design, the new version. And as you can see, it is more it's mobile friendly. So if we look at it on a tablet, we're looking at a phone. It's awesome. It looks awesome. So versus where we're here. See the difference here? Reminders tab here versus reminders tab here.
Yeah.
The info. So everything I did is exactly on the new design, the way it's going to work, but it's just a nice, cleaner, softer look. Here gives me that little screen here. I get, this whole screen. It's more mobile friendly. I can see. I can see information a lot better. Here, booth information, same thing. It's just softer, same information I'm seeing. So that's what we did to make sure that the flow was kind of the same, but now we need to update it. So now we did this design. Now where do we go from here? Okay, well, here's where we go from here. Well, okay, again, choosing a booth, trade show booth. We need to customize this where if I choose an activity or a booth or a meeting room, this information changes versus if I choose a booth. What information is relevant to that? What do you need? So it's not all the same, you know what I mean? So booth activity, but also here as well. So I cancel this. I want to get into the event. Well, I'm in the event. Okay, well, I want to update this facility name, or I want to update this information. How do I do that? Oh man, I got to go in and edit all of the information. Well, now I got to go in and edit. Now I got to go page by page. Boom, you know what I mean? Yeah. And I'll talk about this here in a second. I'm going to talk about this. And I got to go page by page. Well, what do we need to do? Well, okay, we'll track it. Here's what I need to do. I just need to right click here, right, or something, and it opens this and edits this information, right? Or edits this. I don't need to edit everything in here to go into it and change the information. I want to edit right here on the spot. And so that's what Pravash and Rakash are working on as soon as they get done with the design. And so those are things that we need to update, implement to get better, to make it faster, user friendly. And we're getting there. And it's exciting because we're moving in the right direction. Yeah. So I kind of did a quick overview. Let's see here. What is this? Okay, here I didn't talk about categories. For categories, this is basically to run reports. Let's just say that you do a Minneapolis Convention Center and you did a home flooring show. Well, you can run a report and say, hey, how many home flooring shows did we do in Minneapolis that we spent over this amount of money? Well, it's going to pull since you put it in a category, it's going to pull all the home flooring shows because this is considered a home flooring show. That makes sense. Or, family reunion together 5 show, there's no category. So real quick, get in and let's just say we make this a RFP compliance show. I don't know, So now I know that the Dallas Convention Center, the family reunion together is an RFP compliance show. It just allows you to run reports on the different shows that you want to do. And really, you can put any category. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We have customers that put Group 5 or sales East region, and so you know that, hey, how many East region sales shows did we do when you run a report? So categories just allows you to put anything you want and customize it so you can run a report on it. So why is that important? Category here, I can go in and put any category. Let's just put name, put Carlos test category. All right. Say that. And so now I want to go back to the event. And I go into edit. Right here. Edit that. So, again, whatever you want. You can add any category, anything that you want to type a report. Basically, that's what that is. Okay. So, as you see, really, there's not much has changed. I'm sorry, the design has changed as far as the new design and older design, but also allows you to you can change over. You can change the columns. Allows our customers to customize the columns. Allows you to search quickly as well in here versus this did not. I think we did update it to allow you to do that. Yeah, we did, but it doesn't allow you to change the columns.
Yeah.
So it doesn't allow you to do any of that. But so those are the kind of things that we're moving in the right direction for. But the account profile, this is where you can go in and change really anything. This is your whole settings. So we want to be able to allow you to change your settings here as well. So instead of again going to in my event, editing the whole event, and now I look at my categories. Well, how do I add a new category? Damn it. I got to exit out of this. I got to cancel this. And I got to go to account profile. And then I can go into my categories. Now I can create a new category. Damn it. Why couldn't I do that from this page if I'm an admin? Right here, I want to add a new category. Yeah. So those types of things, once we add those, get better, we're going to move faster. Our customers are going to like it. But, we just have a wealth of just updates and different capabilities that our customers couldn't do before. And so, again, with the customers that we have, we maintained them for the last 6 years, having this software right here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. That's very
just keeping it here. Can you imagine? If we maintain those customers, where we're still making some money. They're paying us $17,000 a year for this. Well, now with the new direction with design, it's just sky's the limit, man. So that's TRAQ. That's TRAQ in a nutshell, right?
Yeah, Mike. Thank you for such a detailed demo, man. I really appreciate it. And I guess if I could ask you for demo credentials so that I could start poking around and then really learning, because maybe you can create something.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do it right now in front of you. So I did the account profile, go into security, and then I'm going into security. This tells our customer, they have, what licenses. Full rights means everything. Personal user is what I went into in the back end where I was the rep. Personal view, you can only view. View only, you can only view the information, and admin or everything. Warehouse, sometimes we have customers that have their inventory people for their inventory staff, swap inventory. We make it real time. So we have a warehouse license where inventory can be added from that company. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
How do you spell your last name? G-U-I-T?
So G-U-T.
G-U-T?
Yeah. Then I.
Okay.
E. E as in echo.
Okay.
R as in Robert. R as in Robert. E as in echo. C as in zebra.
I'm sorry?
Zebra. C as in zebra.
Okay, season 0. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, and then let me see. Let me just get it from here.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm going to go in and add you. So add a new license. I'm going to add a new license. Find you here, there, and enable user. I'll add you, make you a full rights user. And then make your username Carlos, and then password G. That's it. And so now you have the capabilities. You have full rights access to this now. So I'm going to let you. Let me see. Can I give you control? Will that work?
Give me control.
Yep. I just gave you control. So now you can just take over and log in and log out.
Do I get an email or something?
No. Right there on the screen, it should just say, "Hey, you're the presenter." So take control.
1 sec.
No.
Don't really use GoToMeeting, so
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, it's
show.
Yeah, it should just do something right there on your screen that says take presenter. It says make presenter and say yes.
Okay. Okay, sharing now.
Okay, cool.
Thank you. So I'm here.
Cool. All right, so now what you can do is go to TRAQ.com.
TRAQ.com.
Yep. And just go to login at the top. And just use the OA. So 4258. And then it's user ID is Carlos, Carlos, and the password is just the letter G.
Great. That's good.
Okay. Yep. So that allows you to, play with it however you want. This is the demo dummy account, so you can play with it however you want. And so if you go to security or account profile,
Security
or account profile, right there. And then if you go up to the top to secure. Okay, so you're an Internet Explorer, right?
I'm sorry.
Are you an Internet Explorer?
I'm on Google Chrome.
Yeah. So remember the older version.
Yeah.
You can use areas, and some you can't. So you got to use Firefox for the older version. And that's what sucks because you'll see, like for instance, go to the event info up the top or the left, and then go to like expenses or something, or staff. We can go to staff. And now you'll see you can't even add anything. You see what it looks like?
Yeah.
Table. It's all. So you're on Chrome. You got to be in Firefox and using the older version.
Got it.
Okay.
Good.
But you can go to test.trackit.com or beta.trackit.com, beta version, and your credentials will work, and any website will work from there, any browser rather.
Awesome.
So now you're on the new version.
Same
And you
credentials.
can use any.
Same credentials.
Yep. So OA4258.
Oh, password is the letter G.
Okay. What is it?
That's the password, right?
Yeah, it is. I wonder if it's not linked technically. Oh, let me see. It should be linked already. Here, I'm gonna go in and update you right now into the new version and see what happens. See here. Oh, it looks like it's not linked. It should be linked. Linked.